Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video to show you how to change the headphone jack in the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So first thing you want to do is make sure your device is powered off, so go ahead and power that off. Next you want to take a SIM eject tool and remove any SIM cards or memory cards. I'll include a link in the video description below the video for any tools that I'm going to be using today during this repair or any parts that I'm going to be replacing. Anything that I think might be helpful to you, I'll include a link in the video description, so check it out there. So next what we need to do is we need to heat up this back part right here all along the edge. And I'm going to just use a hair dryer like this. You can use a hair dryer or heat gun. And what we need to do is apply some heat. You don't want to apply it too much at a time, just a little bit at a time, but we need to do enough to soften this adhesive around the edge here. It's got some strong adhesive there, and you don't want to heat it a whole lot hotter than what you can touch, but just heat it a little bit at a time. So now that you've heated it up some, what we're going to need to do is start right in the bottom right here, and we got this really super thin pry tool, and I'll link to this in the description where you can find it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to get started right here in the very bottom. I'm going to apply a little more heat because it's already cooling down on me. Then what we need to do is use like playing cards. I would use a deck of playing cards because they're really slippery and they're thin, and you can get under here, and we're just going to work our way around. The reason for using cards is because of this edge right here. You'll break this if you don't use this card like this or something similar. And if it's hot enough, you should be able just to slide right around like this. I'm actually going to leave this card in here and work on this corner. But now this is cooled off already quite a bit, so I'm going to apply a little more heat. So now that you've applied some more heat, what I would do is move this over to this side a little more so it opens up a little more here, and then just get your card in here. Now one thing I do want to point out is you don't want to go in very far. Make sure to stay close to the edge all the way around. The wireless charging pad is right in here, kind of. You don't want to make sure you don't damage that. And different things up through here, you just want to make sure to not go in very far. So now we'll just try to slide up through here. Now that we got that side quite loose, we'll leave this one in here. So now we're going to remove this. So I ended up having to give it a little more heat, and I'm going to see if I can slide in here. So now once you have it loose enough, you can pull your playing cards out, which I did, and then just slowly keep working your way up. And up in this top corner right here, there's lots of adhesive, so watch that. And then you can see it's letting loose in there, and then the back cover comes off just like that. If this video was helpful to you so far, I would appreciate if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would help me out a lot. I would appreciate that. Next, what we're going to want to do is remove this gold tape right here. So just set it off to the side there. So next you're going to need to use a Phillips screwdriver size 000, and you're going to need to remove these 5 screws down here. You can see I already removed them, but go ahead and remove those next. Next I'm going to turn the phone this way, and I'm going to carefully pry up right here. I'm going to carefully pick this up, slip it out from under this one up here, and there's a loudspeaker. It comes out just like that. So next to change the headphone jack, which is located right here. What we're going to need to do first is remove this connector right here. You can either use your fingernail or something plastic. I would recommend something non-metallic. And then what we're going to need to do, if you just pry carefully under this little tab right here, then the headphone jack will pop right up out of there. So next grab your new headphone jack, set it down in here. Now watch this antenna wire right here. This one actually disconnected, which makes it a little easier. If you have to, you can disconnect it as well. Now tip it forward, get the front down in there first. Make sure it's snapped down in there properly. Then reconnect this antenna wire if you did disconnect it. Then next we have to reconnect this connector right here. Then next go ahead and put your screw back in right in there. Tip it up and slip under this part right here. Then you can snap this back in there and go ahead and put all your 5 screws back in. Now next we got the back cover here, and we got all this adhesive hanging on in here, and we're going to try to pull this all off as much as possible. It's all stretched out, so try to get it as clean as possible. So next, to put the back cover back on, we got some new adhesive here. I'll link to this in the description where you can find it too. Now that you put your adhesive on the back all the way around, be careful not to touch it or get it dirty or dusty. Then grab your back cover, set it right down on here, press it down all the way around. Then I would recommend maybe giving it some heat a little bit, and just to press it down good so it for sure sticks good. Then power onto your device. You can install your SIM tray with any memory cards or SIM cards that you might have, and you can go ahead and make sure everything's working, and you're all set. Thanks for watching.